Hello YouTubers, Tross here. I'm back with more of my Factorio Megabase. And last time we did green circuits and tried to get red circuits, but we had some problems with oil, and so we kind of ended the episode there. I have to say we've made some good improvements. The oil production is now all speed moduled up. That should make things a lot quicker. More more than twice as fast, let's say. Actually, but though before I even got all the all the modules in, we had backed up the petroleum gas and all the plastic production as well. But we didn't quite have even half the lubricant storage filled, because eventually for the science production, which is up here, we're going to need lubricant for the assembling machines for the electrical engines that go into the purple science. And we have a station over here that will take it. But, you know, it seemed like we weren't producing it fast enough. So I set up this little area down here. Now this is doing coal liquefaction. And basically because we have all the coal going over here for plastic, I actually have a splitter here, but it's priority to go to the plastic. But any extra coal will come down here. I just had to put a little heavy oil in here, like literally I think I put 50 units. And I have some circuits here so that it keeps 5,000 heavy oil, and then anything above that will go to lubricant production, and that gets piped and pumped into here. And as you can see, we're all full up now basically. And this also produces light oil and petroleum gas. The light oil we crack into gas, and then we attempt to pump it into here to help out. But if this is full, in order to continue producing lubricant, we convert the petroleum gas into solid fuel. It's inefficient, but it allows us to keep producing lubricant, because that's what the main production of this is. Also, we need steam for this, and I'm burning wood because you can see I have 152,000 wood, and that just goes up as I explore more and chop down more trees. Not sure how much wood it went through, but at this point, any use of wood to get it out of the storage system is good. Also, let's see, we got some pushing back of the natives. Come on, take out the last. That must be barely too far, or no, he drove away. The ones like that, as soon as they're done filling up, they go away. Only my defensive trains will stay until everything is blown up. But might be a little hard to see. Let's actually turn on electric lines. I doubled, both of these here and here were single path, so I now have there and back one-way lines instead of a dual-way line, and extended it out to here. And then I extended a line from here, or well, one in each direction, out pretty far, because I saw that there was this large copper, maybe it was this one, saw there was large copper deposits, and there was a few decent okay iron ones, but as I got out here, I found actually there's a 34 million, 47 million, and a 58 million iron deposits. Here's a 67 million copper deposit and almost a 20,000% oil. So we hooked those all up, and I left room to expand. Yeah, there's actually some more decent patches out here. And I'm actually using a slight modification of my I usually had 2 blue belts in the top and 2 in the bottom. Now I have 4 in the top and 4 in the bottom. Basically, I have a blue belt per side of a car. What are they actually called? Cargo wagon. So they should load really quick, and basically, yeah. With the amount of ore we were using, I think it's time to turn on another 2 smelting systems. So let's do that. Actually, no. Let's get in the train and let's head to defense 10. Taking a turnaround there, apparently. Alright, I guess we'll start the copper up first. And all these trains here, I did not turn them on. But right now the track is torn up specifically so they don't leave immediately while I'm potentially crossing the rails. I have 9 trains, 3 groups of 3 that they all share a particular patch. Actually, all these go to pairs of patches, but they're somewhat shared. Alright, let's fix you. And then fix you. Trains are now leaving. And most of those trains should be going out to these 2 copper patches. Although the one set should come out to this one. Alright, that is all of them gone. Yeah, this is my older design of station. You can see it's only got 2 lines. The train does load quickly, but it will take some time for the chests to refill. The idea is, hopefully for the new station design, it should refill in half the time. There's 3 trains there. Let's check out here. Alright, looks like we got one pulling up now. This particular patch has a bit of iron that I tried to avoid. I did put splitters in here, so all the iron will go up here, and I have a whole bunch of chests. Eventually I'll come and pick that up. It's pretty good, but at least here I'm not sure we have enough miners. This one is a nice large patch, so there should be enough miners to keep this backed up all the time. In addition, there's an iron patch over here that also has some copper that I am sending over just so that this doesn't get backed up. In fact, it should be prioritizing that patch, at least on 2 of the lanes. And there's a circuit network here. This is not my entire design. The circuit network I borrowed that should keep all these chests at least close to evenly filled. It basically is taking an average, and if the chest has less than the average of all the chests, then that arm is active. Alright, as you can see, we've had trains dropping off here. At least at least at the bottom here. Hopefully we should get a few trains in here at once, and they'll go to the top unloading point. Yeah, and the way this all works is we get a half belt basically on the bottom here and a half belt on the top, and so those are merged to fill this last part. Well, let's say we did get a train to the top. How did we get bricks? Very interesting. Okay, I could understand bricks. How do we get... Oh, you know what? There might have been stone where this was built that wound up on the belts. That would explain that. Alright, looks like we got a train in. For the top section here. Oh, come on. Unload at the top. Really, you're unloading down here too? Well, that's going. At some point, once it backs up on here, trains will go up there. We need to do the same now. For the iron. Or for a second iron patch smelter. I'll look both ways before we cross here. Yeah, I know it's built on a small iron patch. 3 million is basically nothing. Not when you have patches that are 10 times that. Let's turn these on as well. Now all of these are going out about the same distance, so they should be coming back about the same time. So hopefully these will be more evenly timed so that they'll more evenly distribute to the top and bottom. Alright, that should be good there, and put that there. That doesn't... We don't have any trains coming to pick up yet. Alright, the top's starting to get backed up too now. That's good. Where's you guys going? Did I, Yeah, there should be a, Might have accidentally deleted that when I was upgrading. 2 trains should be able to leave this at once. If he's going up here, yeah, there should be... and now, yeah, you can go there. Maybe I missed that. No, come on. And one more. I think I will need, though, to put in at least one more iron and one more copper smelter on top of everything else already built. The rate these are being used. Alright, we got... Oh! We have a problem. I guess I missed assigning a few of those. That should be copy. Can I now paste? Oh. Well, that's a little embarrassing. I apparently never properly copied. Why are you empty? Oh, maybe you're the one I pasted it onto. How many, oh, that's not good. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave those. And you have the same problem. Alright, there should be a third train. Well, hopefully he's on his way back. And there he is. Okay. So there should be 3 copies of each train. So you're 21, then 22, 23, and this is rotated by 1, and this is rotated by 1 as well. Yeah. Alright. So we'll copy, paste once there. And we'll just go up and paste once on this guy as well. So he should now... Alright. They're all correct. Alright, so we'll copy this guy. And we'll paste him on this one and this one. And then finally we'll copy this guy. And we'll paste here. And here. And now I can put you on automatic. And you on automatic. And all the trains should now head off correctly, besides just the 3. And now we should start unloading. See the iron flow through the smelter system. And then start to get stored, and same goes here for the top half. I don't have any modules in these. I can probably put productivity modules and get extra plates out of this. But that's a lot of productivity modules. So we'll see how this is for now. Now this should be full blue belts, except the compression change, so you don't get compression with just arms anymore. Although I'm not sure you ever did, but I think it's less compressed now than it used to be. So let's... Yeah, it's quite the trip. Here comes one of the trains now. Why are you stopped? Because I did this wrong. So if there's a train in this station, it's part of the same block. So need a signal there. I missed it. I'll have to go out there later. I'm not gonna do that now. Alright, this is working well. It looks like there's enough capacity to take away all the copper that gets mined here. I didn't think one belt would be enough, especially with all this copper, so that's good. And hopefully this loads quickly enough that it doesn't cause a problem. Yeah, I know. I put it down. Alright, not too bad here. We're a little more even than the copper was, just because all the trains are going approximately the same distance, whereas the one set of copper trains weren't going nearly as far, and so they kind of got out of sync with the others. But yeah, this should work out well. I mean, this is just turning on a new set of smelting furnaces. We've already mostly tested this. So let's turn on red circuits. Watch those trains. We need to go over to defense 7. At this point, I should actually remove defense 7 as a defensive station, because it's basically in the middle of my factory, but it's convenient for getting around. And of course, sun's starting to go down. Let's make sure we have your plastic and your copper and your copper and your green circuits and your green circuits, and green circuits are right over here, and these will also start pulling materials. That's why I wanted to turn on the other smelters, so there was enough copper to go around at least. So let's get out of the way and let's set everything in motion. Oh, yeah, you need a... Are those only set to deliver one? Well, where they're going, they're going to get filled up anyway, so... Hoping that's a... No, that's not a green circuit train. Or is it? No, you're a copper train. And in fact, you're using our new copper station. Here comes a green circuit train. That looks great. How's plastic? Just pulling into the station as well. This may need to be changed to use splitters. Didn't take too long to fill that up. Oh, that was our second plastic train too, because here comes the first one. So plastic should be on half the belt. What happened to our green circuits? Well, here comes a train. Let's see if I did this all right. Alright, we got plastic and green circuits on one belt. Copper plates on another belt. Alright, these are outputting, and they get put on these underground belts here. They get sucked up here. The green circuits and plastic are coming down here and get sucked up as well. And then everything gets side loaded. What's your problem? Ooh. Ooh, that's a problem. How do I deal with this? Let's stop all of you. You're a good spot to stop there. Yeah, I know you can't add plastic bars. These trains should at least back up. So one of these rows was a blueprint. Or each one of these rows was a blueprint. Same blueprint. Yes. Get rid of plastic bars, please. It looks like there's two spots where I stamped it down in slightly the wrong place. So here you can see there's this belt, and underground belts just above these beacons. And, well, one, I got some... I don't even know how I did that. But copper wasn't getting down here, so that's why this one wasn't producing. But up here, it looks like I stamped it down wrong and it replaced the belt here, so these guys have nowhere to output. Or, yeah. So the copper wasn't getting along and the output, copper wire wasn't getting along and the output wasn't there either. So that's not good. That means we have to tear up a lot. So let me thanks for the lights. This is a good copy. We don't need you on every line. Let's do that again. We want those down here. Now the beacons are shared. All right, we don't want you. I'm gonna put you there. Alright, so we have to basically from here down replace. So that's going to take a bit. Now we can... Now this is where the problem was. We can stamp this down. And hopefully, here we go. I'm gonna wait till everything gets cleared out, because stepping it down a little off is what caused this problem in the first place. I don't want that to happen again. Yeah, don't... Stop giving me stuff. Yeah, so it looks like we have over 1,500 of our construction bots active at this point. Just takes a bit of time for them to get here. Stop giving me plastic. Actually, don't want that much copper either. you're still filling me with, I don't know, belts and whatnot. Need that train car. Don't need the one extra light. Alright, you can see that actually outputted correctly now. And now that we have some space, we can put the rest of these down. Now, they're all going to be off by 1. We can fix that. Alright, that should be rebuilt in a minute or 3. Meanwhile... Ooh, look at all that pollution. Circuit train holds a lot of circuits. This is good that we have these trains sitting here, because that's what we want. We want materials ready to go once they're unloaded. Wondering if these should be stack inserters too. Probably would help actually in that case. Probably in this case as well. That's something to upgrade. How are we doing on plastic? We're doing alright. How is our... This has dropped a little, but that's basically what I was expecting. I mean, once these can't kick on until there is room. So... Why haven't you kicked on? It's 5,000 light oil. I did notice where I built one of these, I think it was like this refinery is missing because I had an electric pole. Now the light oil, this should I didn't make this schematic, but as far as I understand, there should be 5,000 light oil in here. If there's less, this pump should turn on. If there's more, this pump should turn on, and so the light oil gets cracked into gas. I'm wondering if we ran into some crazy where it's exactly 5,000, and so now neither is on, and the light oil gets backed up. I'll come back in a few minutes. Basically, I'm expecting that to be put down, a little bit oil to come out. This would turn on, overfill this above 5,000, and then everything works. I'm hoping. If I was over there, I could actually check. Alright, let's hook the outputs up, now that all of this is done. I'm not going to make this nice, because... Oh, I don't... I really want to get this running. It's good to see, though, that we're keeping up on the coppers. Like, as soon as one train leaves, there's another all ready to go. Why aren't you... Oh, there's a problem. Where's my, Alright, the top should be going. That didn't have a problem. Alright, everybody should have copper. Here comes the plastic and the circuits. Listen to those machines hum. And look at that, we're getting red circuits out. Now, didn't know what to expect. It looks like it's doing, well, we'll call it half a belt of blue per row. Kinda hoping there would be more. It does look like there may be enough copper, and how fast are these? These are coming in quite fast, but we're only using half of it. I mean, theoretically we could... We're merging the belts here, so really only one row is being used. So I'm wondering if I could somehow route the other half belts over here, have another copper. Not have enough. We have copper. Take the copper through, and then merge these up so we get basically a full belt. that'll be something for another time, though. We really don't need a lot. Here's our theoretical 1,000 science per minute blueprint that I found from Factorio prints. And if I recall correctly, your blue circuits, you should be your batteries. Coal, battery, blue. Okay, here's red circuits. They only got 2 lines, and we only have one belt of blue circuits. So we do need red circuits, 4 blue circuits, which we'll get to next time. But a train offloading onto one belt. There's 16 belts here, so we're basically getting 8 belts of red circuits out of this. So the fact that we only use 1, this should be more than adequate to supply both blue circuit production and the amount of red circuits. Was it 1 or is it 2? It was 2. Still, that's 4 times the amount. So, we'll see. I may have the space to add a second one of these, or may need to. Could move this all over, but the routing in and out would be the difficult part. There are some showing up here, although at this end it looks like it's flowing in about as fast as it can go. So the copper can definitely go through, though. That's basically only using 1 line of it. So, well, I think that's going to be it for this episode. We're about approaching 55 minutes here. Here we go. Oh, you guys are making a decent amount of pollution. Well, let's, your iron 21, let's ride out there, fix that one signal, and call it an episode. Be nicer. Didn't happen to always be night. I apparently don't have that as a stop at the moment for this utility train, basically. Iron 21. I have this cargo wagon here set with specific items in each slot, so it won't be able to put iron into there, so it'll be basically safe to park there. Momentarily, at least. I see my UPSs have dropped quite a bit. They were about 60, but I guess with all the trains going now, I kind of expected them to drop. Would hope they would have stayed above 55 or so. It looks like they're dipping to 50 momentarily. What's the holdup here? Are you going down there too? I may have to redo this. Yeah, this should probably be a lane each way. Alright, that's a note for next time as well. How are we doing? Oh, now this says 53. You're still backed up on. I'm gonna have to check this out, but that'll be between episodes. Alright, we just had to wait for that train to clear the block ahead. This is a two-way track up until about here. Our robot just placed it as we went by. Let's just verify. Alright, yeah, that is now a separate block. I'll put a one right there as well. So now trains won't be stuck if there's a train in that station. And yeah, all these stations, well, most of them, have enough track to hold a train waiting, and for most of them I also have enough track to hold a train that's leaving, except for that one. It's just the way it worked out that shouldn't be a big deal though. So I'm gonna call this a episode and say thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time with some more Factorio.